I am Mazi KK Odeluga.
Mazi Ejikeme Obasi.
Na Mazi Oke Okachukwu.
This is Straight Talk Radio, the world as we see.
Ndewono.
I'm Reverend Mitchell L. Johnson, host of Straight Talk Radio featuring My Community Plan Foundation. Join me Sundays from 7 to 9 p.m. as we discuss community transformation. From housing to energy to economic development, our mission is local, our effect is global. From the Simon Wiesenthal Center in Los Angeles to the DuSable African American Museum here in Chicago, you will be touched, educated, and informed. Straight Talk Radio, Sundays at 7 on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Welcome back to Straight Talk Radio featuring My Community Plan Foundation, and with me in the studio again are
Mazi Ejike Obasi.
Reverend Mitchell L. Ikena Johnson, J.D.
Wonderful. Yes, we thank all of you that have been listening to us. This is Straight Talk Radio
featuring My Community Plan Foundation.
That's the world as we see it.
And we want to let you know that this is be a regular hour here from 7 to 9 every Sunday in the Talk of Chicago. You will hear about international news, local news, and newsmakers and conversation as you have never heard before. And so remember, in Cook County, if you live in the Southland, on June 21st, if you're a young person between the age of 16 and 24, there is a rally against sexually transmitted infection at 820 California Avenue, Dalton, Illinois. Come there between 11 and 2 and you will get information, and you will also be educated and informed, and above all, you can get tested and you stop guessing whether you have a problem. Again, on June 21st, we want you to come. This is a project of the Cook County Public Health Department together with My Community Plan Foundation, hosting an STI information session with testing. So don't miss it, and we will continue to give you further information about this. Again, welcome to Straight Talk Radio.
Featuring My Community Plan Foundation, this is
the world as we see it.
So listen, you're going to get grown folk conversation, information, and where possible, we'll try to entertain you, but notice that's third, not first. On today, our inaugural broadcast here on WVON, the Talk of Chicago, 1690 AM. Call in and participate, 312-374-8130. That's 312-374-8130. We really are appreciative that our program kicked off with the president of the Cook County Board of Commissioners, Toni Preckwinkle. I dare say she not only gave us information we weren't aware of, but she committed to a brand new initiative that's already underway in My Community Plan Foundation. So let's see if we can get our guests who are in studio with us today to be similar to the standard set by the former teacher, the former Chicago City Alderman, the current president of the Cook County Board Commissioner, now our dear friend, Toni Preckwinkle. With us in studio now are CPS, that's Chicago Public School teacher and community activist. In fact, she is a nation-renowned teacher. We'll get to that in a minute. Erika Wozniak, thank you. Welcome to Straight Talk Radio.
Erika.
Thank you so much for having me. It's such an honor to be here.
The honor is all our own. And in studio with us as well is Phumzile Mazibuku, who is the Consul General of South Africa. And she's already our dear friend, having worshiped with us at Hillcrest Baptist Church. Want you to know that my pastor, Reverend Dr. Adron Robinson, and First Lady Veronica Robinson bid me to tell you God bless you and glad to have you around. Welcome.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here, Reverend Johnson, and to be here. Congratulations on your inaugural show here at WVON.
Thank you so much. Actually, Erika, you're going to be here this week and next week.
That is correct. I'm
So-
very excited.
Next week, you're going to talk about some kind of women's program. What's that all about?
Yes, so along with being a Chicago public school teacher, I also host a monthly talk show that features women in leadership in Chicago and Illinois. And we have it every fourth Tuesday of the month, and it's called The Girl Talk, and we're very proud of it. And your former guest, Tony Preckwinkle, was one of our guests on it.
So tell me about your relationship with not only Chicago Teachers Union, that your moniker somewhere around the world, folk are accusing you of being a community activist, and someone saw fit to give you an award for being some kind of halfway decent school teacher.
Yeah.
Was it halfway?
Yes, so in 2016 I was given the honor of a lifetime when I was given the American Federation of Teachers, which is our national union, the Everyday Hero Award.
Wonderful, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I think every teacher in this country deserves some sort of recognition, and it was incredibly humbling to be the recipient of that honor.
Somewhere I've read that if you can read, thank a teacher.
Yes, certainly. I mean, if
We
you
are a
can-
product of teachers.
Every one of us. So Pumzeli, I know you are today, right now, designated a guest host. So if you have a question for the school teacher, you can feel free to opine as your will and desire see fit. But you have a special. I'm back to Erika now. You all don't mind. You mind we talk to Erika? Erika, just you and I. We're all alone now. What's this deal with you and mental health in public schools?
Yeah, so I have been a Chicago public school teacher for more than 15 years. So one of the things that I have seen in our public schools that's really frustrating is we've seen a decline in the level of wraparound services that our students are getting. And one of those wraparound services that I am deeply passionate about is social workers. I believe that every single Chicago public school should have at least one full-time social worker in every building, which is not happening. So currently the ratio of students to social workers is 1,053 students
my goodness.
to every one social worker. in
That is a
Chicago.
plan to fail.
Yeah, I mean, and we're just doing our children a disservice. The National Association of Social Workers recommends that there should be 250 students to every one social worker in areas with low trauma, and 50...
That is an abysmal number. I cannot get over 1,000 students to every social worker means that 990 students will go without any kind of assistance in a community where the isms of violence, the isms of poverty, and you can name an ism, it's there, whether it is sexual assault, whether it is trauma and violence. My good friend, Pastor Chris Harris, has a trauma program at Bright Star. God bless you, Brother Chris. It's just an abysmal number.
Absolutely, and that it's extraordinarily frustrating as a teacher. I'm a fifth grade classroom teacher, to know that I have a social worker in my building, but she is overworked. She's only there for 2.5 days a week, and she's mostly sitting in on meetings and doing paperwork. And I have students who have some very immediate needs that I am not professionally trained for, and so I saw this number of 1,053 to everyone, and I started a petition just to get people talking about this number, and this, as you put it so beautifully, this abysmal number. So we have a petition out that's just simply social workers for Chicago public school students on moveon.org, and we're trying to push that so that folks are talking about it and thinking about it, and the absolute need that our children have to be able to have access to mental health services in their schools.
So somebody might ask the question, why do we need social workers in school? I thought we sent them to go to school and to meet teachers.
Yeah, I mean, you go.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead. I think we won't have time to have this conversation. This is a very, very important conversation. This is not the kind of thing we do in 15 minutes.
Well, here's the good news.
Yes.
She's already, she did a 2-4 when she agreed to come on today's program, specifically because it was our inaugural program.
Yes.
And what we really wanted to do was give our new members, our new audience members, there are some folk we know are looking and watching on Facebook. And we wanted to make sure they were clear that we are not the run-of-the-mill conversation. We're going to have grown folk discussions on grown folk issues,
Yes.
but you can't solve a problem you don't know about. I guarantee you, when Erika started this, Miss Wozniak, excuse me.
You can call me Erika, please.
I have to do it with permission. when she began this petition, I guarantee you that the vast majority of adults in Chicago proper were unaware that more than 1,000 students to one social worker. I just got notice that we have to take a station break. I guess we have some bills to pay, so we're gonna go ahead and take a quick station break right now. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Straight Talk Radio.
Featuring My Community Plan Foundation.
The world as we see it.
So Erika, thank you first for joining us today. We understand you're going to be back on next week Sunday when my wife, the Honorable Judge Sharon Johnson, did I say that?
Yeah.
She'll be the guest host, so you're going to join her. However, it dawned on me that your petition is significantly more important than you led me to believe when we initially spoke. And I had been instructed by my crew that you need a bit more time. So do you mind coming back a little earlier on next week?
I would love to come back. Anytime you want me, I'll be here.
But I think Dr. KK has a special instruction for you regarding how, in the meanwhile, folk might get engaged.
That's right. So how can people find the petition? And can you give out the URL?
Yes, I can give out, you just Google search social workers for Chicago public school students on moveon.org. I can also tweet it out. You can follow me on Twitter. It's just at Erika Wozniak, which is nice and easy to spell, I'm sure. But it's ErikaWozniak.
And for those who are following us on social media, you can go to our Straight Talk Radio
That's good.
Facebook page, and you'll see a link there also.
Beautiful.
Wonderful. So we are going to one more time take a very quick break and transition to an international conversation with our special guest from South Africa. She's going to talk about a brand new election, but a continued push to all that's new, good, and kind on the continent. So don't you dare go nowhere. We'll be right back. This is WVON 1690 AM, the talk of Chicago. You're listening to
Straight Talk Radio,
featuring My Community Plan Foundation.
I guess it's the world as you see it.
We'll be right back.
I am Mazi KK Odeluga.
Mazi Ejikeme Obasi.
Na Mazi Oke Okachuku.
This is Straight Talk Radio, the world as we see.
Ndewono.
I'm Reverend Mitchell L. Johnson, host of Straight Talk Radio featuring My Community Plan Foundation. Join me Sundays from 7 to 9 p.m. as we discuss community transformation. From housing to energy to economic development, our mission is local, our effect is global. From the Simon Wiesenthal Center in Los Angeles to the DuSable African American Museum here in Chicago, you will be touched, educated, and informed. Straight Talk Radio, Sundays at 7 on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.